I'm gonna try to hit the fuel tanks, because these are freeze battle backs. So if I explode the freeze tanks on the back, they're gonna freeze over, and that makes I can do a lot more damage to them. Hopefully, what I want to see here is the second bellow back in the background. I want him to be as close to me as possible. It's a little bit RNG, but hopefully it's gonna be close enough so that when I kill the first one, I don't have to jump down this cliff to get enough range to hit the second one. You can see here, I'm gonna hit the tank on the last one there. Again, using triple shots to do a lot of damage. Too bad the other one is too far in the back, so I have to jump down this cliff. This means I now have to dodge the enemies while I kill this last one if they attack me. So I'm just gonna listen. Okay, they actually didn't attack me. That's nice of them. Usually there's a Ravager running around and he really likes to just attack you every time you have to jump down. So now moving on, now we have the Frostclaws coming up, which is again the harder fight. There's gonna be 3 Frostclaws with these like bear-like creatures. But the first thing we're gonna do here is do a little skip here. Instead of taking the normal zipline route down, I'm just gonna jump off the edge here and then go down this side here. Because the checkpoint for the fight is actually extending far beyond the zipline. So we can just go to the left here on the first one, hit his shoulder so he freezes, hit him twice, and then hit him a third time while you jump off. Because the other machine is doing that ground attack there, and if you don't jump off, he's gonna hit you immediately. And then I'm gonna try to hit the other guy's shoulder here so they freeze over, and be very careful with my health. Again, trying to switch to the Rattler here to knock off the armor pieces. He unfroze himself pretty quickly. I have to freeze these last 2 guys twice. And they are really aggressive here, and I'm dead. So again, I was on low health there, and both of them attacked me at the same time. I tried to roll between their legs. That's the safest way to go about it, but it's a little hard when there's 2 of them at once. Now we just have to do the fight again. Good thing about it, when you do it a second time, it's a little harder, because you have less time to kill the first one. And they're basically in an animation right now, where they have to move... do that little animation at the start, so that gives you enough time to move around here. And I'm trying to hit the... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to heal. Gotta remember your menu in the bottom corner changes when you die, so you don't have your correct thing selected. Again here, I'm trying to roll between their legs so that they don't attack me, because they don't have any attacks that can attack you from like a 180-degree angle. And you want to hit either their bellies or their shoulders, because that's where you can freeze them. That's the second one down. Now we just need to deal with one more. Again, roll between the legs, because then you end up behind them and they can't attack you immediately. And right now I'm just looking for an opening to hit either his shoulder or his belly, but if he's gonna move around like that, that's gonna be a little hard. Go for shoulder. Yeah, he's not giving me a whole lot of openings. And Aerotech, who is helping me in this fight, he is pretty much useless, because for some reason he uses an ice rail on these guys, and since they're Frostclaws, ice basically doesn't do any damage to you at all. Or to them at all. There we go. He's down. So that could have gone a little bit better, but it was also second try. But it's fine. And I didn't talk about the Rattler. I used the Rattler there, so when they're frozen the first time, I can knock off the armor pieces on the shoulders and get some easier shot on the shoulders. So coming up here is some more towers on the way here, because now we're gonna go to the last part of the last part of this DLC area here. But on the way we're gonna use a mount to ride there. But there are these control towers, and as I said, they affect your mount as well. So by the way, I take intentional damage there because I don't want my shield. Because as you can see here, my shield is going to be recharging when that pulse hits me. And when I have taken that... Okay, didn't explode. There we go. Because that way I'm gonna have my shield when I go past these guys. Because otherwise they have actually quite a lot of one-shot attacks on me. Flip the camera and whistle. And I still got a bad spawn. That's how it goes.
Let's roll.
But yeah, I have to take out these towers because they are gonna be affecting my mount here when I ride to the next section. I could just walk there, but it takes a lot longer. It's actually faster to just kill the towers. You're gonna see here when the pulse is gonna be sent out from this tower. It's gonna hit my mount and then stun him. So that's why I need to take out the towers, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to use my mount to ride past them.
I'm staying here.
You can also go around them, but again, it is just faster to kill the towers. It's gonna be one more before we get to the end here. Of this or the volcano here in the Frozen Wilds. The last couple of right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's gonna stay after the tower, so you have to jump up off before the pulse hits you, and so that's why you need to jump off at those specific spots. Otherwise, you can immediately jump back on him after you destroy the tower. Also, another effect those towers have: enemies around the tower are also being healed by it, which you're gonna see in the last fight we're gonna do here.
No. Yeah. You.
Now we're gonna go inside this place. And yeah, it's gonna be a few little skips here on the start before we get to the end of it. So right here, since there's just a lot of movement here, I guess we can throw in a couple of donations, if we have any.
We have $50 from Anonymous. And then we have a $10 donation from Anonymous saying whoop whoop hype. And then lastly we have another $30 from Anders.
And also the donation goal that we're going to be doing the flying mount, if we reach the donation goal, guys, is going to be after the run, so you still have some time, but I'd say you probably have like 12 more minutes or something before we are at the end. So just keep that in mind. Actually, not 12 more minutes, a little more than that, but you know, time is running out if you want to see the flying mount. Right here, we're going to come up here where this section basically splits in half, where you can go down here and there's a lot of enemies, which is actually what we're going to do, because you can actually just run by them. The game doesn't force you to kill these enemies at all. But I'm going to stay on the right side here, because I also don't want them to attack me, because there's two scrabbers and a behemoth here, and they actually do quite a lot of damage to you, if they were to hit. He is going to hit me once, yep. Which happens, but he's not going to hit me when I'm opening this door. He doesn't do that. And right behind this door is another Frostclaw, but again, you don't have to kill these guys. You can just go past them. There's another path to the right side you can also do, but it's longer, but the enemies are a lot easier. And then we have a hologram here that we are forced to watch.
Let's go, my friends.
Which we also see in the main
Where do
game.
we go? B right?
Let's go, maybe go A.
Right here,
Let's go! Let's go!
Easy to contaminate.
Safety first.
Have you guys have played this before?
Yeah.
And then again, trying to grab ammo while she's slow down the game.
Yeah, the side, on side
Also
as well.
have stuff. And then make sure all the weapons are loaded. So coming up here after this hologram, we are going to be fighting right down here, and you can actually see all the enemies here. There's a Scorcher up here, a Scrapper, two Scrappers actually, and two Watchers. So the battle plan is to stealth kill the first two Watchers we are seeing right here, so these machines does not notice us. There's a chance they still will, but we want this guy to be as close to that door as possible, because as soon as the fight is over, we need to open that door. So if we can finish the fight right next to that door, that would be awesome. So that's why we stealth kill the first two Watchers.
Maybe that's
Otherwise,
right.
let's go. which means we're gonna
We're
fight.
gonna buy next round, so.
We're gonna be pretty far from the
We're
door
just
when the fight
testing
is
out all the
happening.
sites.
Yeah.
That's the battle plan for this situation.
I'm going above.
And,
One close and smoke.
hologram
Keeps
here,
pushing
that's
it, he's pushing it blue.
It's gonna end right here, and that opens this door.
Oh.
So the way I'm gonna be still killing them is just walk up to them and do the spear attack. Frag. Because when you slide in this game, it actually counts as you being stealthy, so that's why I can just pretty much almost run towards them and then slide, stop. He's gonna spot me right there, so that is gonna mean, yeah. But that's fine, because I'm gonna be able to make a good progress towards the door here. Before,
Let's go.
oh, there he is. There's the Scorcher. I wanna freeze this guy and be careful of his attacks. He is the most aggressive enemy in this entire game.
Throwing
So
smoke.
hopefully I can freeze him as fast as possible, so I can do that. Careful with the launcher. Oh, sorry, scrap.
I'm throwing smoke.
And help.
I'm throwing a grenade.
What? I'm dead again.
Let's set this place on
He
fire.
apparently killed me right after I killed him. So that sucks. Oh well, we get to see it again.
Smoke.
I did play a little risky. That's me, so. That's a little bit of a shame, because that means now that I'm dead, none of my rhythms are reloaded, but we'll work it out.
Planting.
Worst things could have happened. Also, the stealth strat is no longer working after you die.
I'm laying down some
It's
smoke.
gonna hear you. So, basically, our entire battle plan technically failed. And as you can see here with this guy, oh, forgot I didn't have a triple shot loaded. As you can see, he's just capable of doing a lot of damage real quick, because he basically has almost zero time in between his
Let's do this
attacks.
thing. Come on.
He's still not attacking me this time. Oh well, we made it past it.
Flashbang.
So now there's actually gonna be one more enemy here before we learn to go. It's gonna be a thunder door here.
Grenade.
And again, we want him to be as close to the door as possible, so what
Throwing
we're
a
gonna do
flashbang.
is we're gonna stand right here, and that's gonna force him to charge attack us. Hopefully. There we go.
Smoke.
So we're gonna stand right here, bait him up here as soon as he gets to us, roll to the side, freeze him here. Now we have to watch out for his tail here. It's a very strong weapon he has. Hitting nicely to me. I want to be able to hit him from the
Throwing
side,
smoke.
because then I can hit
Set
hard
the
here.
bomb. Throwing flashbang.
Bomb has been planted. He is not giving me an
Throwing a
ability to shoot.
flashbang. Grenade.
No. No. There we go. So as you can see, I hit him right there, and that allows me to do almost 4,000 damage on him. That's how I take him down. Normally you wanna be, when you're done freezing him, you wanna be on the side of him so you can immediately. But unfortunately I did a kind of a poor job. It seemed like he was going to go for a tail attack, which does a lot of damage to me, and I wanted to move out of the way for that. But normally you want to be pushing him towards the side, or be standing to his side when he's freezing over. That way you can almost land 4,000
Let's get in and out.
before he turns around. Now we have another...
Throwing flashbang.
Now we have this little puzzle here where you have to go over this vent here, but this game is perfectly programmed, so... One more second, please. This game is perfectly programmed, so... I'm not doing well.
Fire in the
What
hole.
am I doing wrong here? 1 second. There we go. You can just roll through that, is what I was trying to say, and be all cocky about it, but no, I had to mess it up. But yeah, you can just long roll through that. You don't have to deactivate
planting
it
the
before you
bomb.
can go through it.
Terrorists win. Bomb has
Yeah.
been planted.
And then then we override this one, and then we wait for Box here. Again, you can actually jump from the place you overridden here, and she's actually gonna log onto it here. You don't have to go around and climb up to these boxes like you would normally do. But with a well-timed jump, you can jump up to those boxes.
Go, go, go!
Right here, I am
Flashbang.
this door here. I
Throwing
don't want to be looking
flashbang.
at Aerotech or Rhea because they are the only ones that can open these.
I'm laying down some smoke.
Things that
Fire in the hole!
That's why I don't want to be looking
Throwing
at them because
fire.
they actually open the door faster if you don't look at them. That basically just allows you to move on a lot quicker. You're gonna see that door two more
throwing
times. So
smoke.
I'm just gonna. Basically be ignoring them
Grenade!
to speed them up a little bit.
Gonna plant.
Coming up here is another fight here where we're gonna have to kill 2 Scorchers and a couple
I'm laying down some smoke.
take out one of the Scorchers because that way I only have to fight one of them at once. Another weapon in order to do that. Switch on my wall here in a second. Which allows me to shoot freeze arrows, and that way I can freeze enemies at a distance, which is very useful in this scenario. So right here, going into my inventory and switch out to Warbow.
Let's do this quick.
There we go. And now we have our freeze arrows here, so I can freeze him at a distance. He's going to be right there in the middle. And all the Scorcher is going to be to the side. So
Throwing flashbang.
kill him before the other guy even gets close to me. So I can use these triple freeze arrow shots. Now he's frozen.
I'm lighting it up.
This was pretty fast, so now
Smoke!
without a problem like that. And then I want to take up that one. Right. So first watcher didn't die, so we can get rid of that.
I'm setting the bomb.
Last
Grenade! Terrorists win.
He's really trying to. And there's also a watcher here. I really want to avoid him because obviously if he hits me, I cannot shoot back at him. You'll also notice there's these shell walkers. You don't have to kill the shell walkers at all. Just leave them alone, then they'll move on. With the watcher, he's there.
Let's go. Let's go.
There we go. And right after the fight, there's these 2 convenient placed pyramids here. You use to get up here, and then you're already on the other side, ready to override. Instead of having to use the climbing path, then you can kind of see.
Throwing smoke. Let's burn it to the ground.
Because normally you have to use that. Just do some pyramids.
Smoke!
Get over here. Again, I'm not gonna look at it up here a lot faster. Just gonna be ignoring them and wait for
Throwing flashbang.
because when they're close to me, I kind of have to move a little bit back. In order to
Flashbang. I'm throwing smoke.
go. That should delay his line. Yep. That's why you can manipulate them to get up here faster. Right here, I'm gonna put this up here so I can use this place stuff to.
Terrorists win.
And then we can override again here. Now I just need to set my weapons up here for the final fight.
The reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary.
So now there's only one fight left where we fight the Fireclaw at the end, but there's another room here we have to go through.
Let's get in and
It's basically
get
a
out.
giant room where you have to climb all over the place to get through the entire thing, but there's some very convenient
Throwing
skips you can use
flashbang.
to skip the entire thing instead of having to climb around this entire room. And it's actually
Throwing
really
fire.
simple.
Grenade.
What we're gonna do here is there's these walls here that are an angle. You can just run up them and get to the. Now we're already halfway through the room.
Let's burn
And
it
then
to
we
the
can
ground.
and we're gonna do the exact same thing to skip the last part of the room. Just a little cutscene here where the vents turns on.
Throwing flashbang.
Up to it, and that way we
Flashbang.
skip the rest of it. Because now we're at the end of the room where we can jump onto the flying crates and move back to the start of the room where we have to go activate a bridge for Paratag and Aurea. That watcher, so he doesn't shoot me while I'm trying to jump on this.
This place on fire. Fire in the hole.
Yeah. So if there's any donations here, this is probably gonna be the last time we have time for them.
Yeah, we have $5 from Anonymous and $5 from another
Nice.
I'm laying down
Right
some
in
smoke.
this crate here. Normally you have to in, but
Terrorists
on this farm here that's taken up. There we go. And then you're already ready here to override this thing, so they can get across, and then we'll be on our way to the final fight of the run here. Again, once again, don't look at them, otherwise they're gonna take a lot longer to get here.
Let's do
There's
this.
also a chance they kind of teleport behind you when you're not looking at them, because you need you to make them catch up, so they never get too far away from
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Once again, we have one of those light puzzles here before the final fight, where we have to what's it called? Bring the light backs to the source, and then we can move on to the
Grenade!
final fight. The last one is actually, in my personal opinion, a lot easier than the second one. Oh well. We don't have to move as many pieces here to get it to the end.
Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Throwing smoke.
Wrong way. Be surprised how
I'm
much.
throwing a grenade.
I have a tendency to mess up. Or maybe I just noticed them.
Alrighty.
There we go. Now gonna be the final fight with the Fireclaw, which is
Keep moving towards the
a
core.
fight a lot of people probably had problems with when they played this. But there's a way we can actually abuse the fight here at the start. So there's gonna be these control towers that spawn, and they obviously take away my shield. They also repair the Fireclaw. So we're gonna have to destroy them as fast as possible. Otherwise they're gonna repair him and the fight is gonna take a lot longer. But first we're gonna freeze him here. This is interesting.
Throwing
Normally he is not in
flashbang.
this position. Again, I can roll for his leg and freeze him from behind. Okay, it's frozen. Then we shoot his butt. And then he's gonna use fire. And then the first tower is gonna spawn once he's at half health. Couldn't get out of the way now. Again, now hopefully the fight can go normal this time. Everything's so weird right now. He's not normally in that position. But that's a marathon for you. No, I just need to set up my weapons again, otherwise this fight is not gonna go well. So let's try again. Now he's in the correct spot. So he's always gonna do this animation at the start where he kind of flexes his muscles or whatever. And while he's doing that, we can actually just walk behind him and freeze him here. But he's not gonna be in that animation for long, so you have to be able to freeze him before that. Just a reminder, if you get too close to him, he's not gonna be. But the first one is already help.
Fire in the hole.
And we're gonna take it out. We have a chance, so we don't heal
I'm
him
laying
too
down
much.
some smoke.
And then I
Flashbang.
wanna. Right now he has this fire shield. Gonna see when it turns off here. It's off now. Now we're gonna try and freeze him again here and try to keep to the side. Heal, heal, heal. It's close. Again, roll. There we go. Does take a little bit of concentration. It's kind of hard to talk while doing this. There we go. Now the last tower is gonna spawn, and then right after this tower I should be able to kill him in 2 shots, unless he... Of course he unfroze himself, so now I can do a lot of damage. There's also a watcher next to me that's doing damage to me. Instead of that, we now have to aim for his belly here, which is the weak spot he has. Either his eyes or his belly here. Okay, he does that attack. That's
Throwing
very nice of him.
flashbang.
And he kills me again. That's another one of the attacks that can one-shot. He was supposed to do the ground attack there, but then he decided to do his belly flop, and that kills you in 1 shot. Yeah. This is not going that well.
Throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
Oh well. Let's see if we can do this really fast now.
Flashbang.
Raise him over like that, and then hit his butt here with these.
Stop it from repairing the beast! Pulse gives them energy. Repairs them.
Proszę Państwa, ja sprawdziłem, mam informację dla...
I am just trying to focus here so I can get this over with. This is already not going well, so let's not drag it out anymore. That's that I was doing before, but he cancelled it immediately with his belly flop. Right here I can... Watch out on the left here that he doesn't come jumping up. Not that aggressive this time around, which is nice of him. And again, the 3 weak spots he has where he doesn't have any armor is either his eyes, his belly, or his butt. So I'm just trying to hit those here to finish him off.
Decoy.
I could freeze him here, but since we're already on the last cycle, it's not necessary because he's already down. And there we go. Go as well here, and another thing we just have to do before the run is over here, even though the combat is over. We have to go and talk to Cyan and Aratak here at the end, back at Ourea's retreat. And as soon as we talk to Aratak here at the end, that's gonna be time. But yeah, you can see that Fireclaw fight there is pretty tough. As I said, or I don't think I pointed that out, but he does have a couple of shots or attacks that can just one-shot you, and one of them was that belly flop that basically what happened in that fight was he was going to do that ground attack where he takes the ground, but...
Proszę Państwa, ja sprawdziłem, mam informację dla panów menedżerów z TVP. Otóż sprawdziłem, za kilka dni Jowisz...
And then he just immediately went into the belly flop and I just didn't react in time or I didn't have enough time.
Proszę Państwa, ja sprawdziłem, mam informację dla panów z TVP. Rzeczywiście sprawdziłem, że Jowisz...
Right here we just need to talk to Cyan real quick and then we'll go to Aratak and that's going to be the run.
Proszę Państwa, rzeczywiście sprawdziłem, mam informację dla... Ja mam informację dla panów z TVP. Ja mam informację dla panów menedżerów z TVP. Rzeczywiście sprawdziłem, panowie, że za kilka dni Jowisz schowa się w cień Saturna. A dodatkowo jeszcze Księżyc będzie w trzeciej fazie. I o ile nie będzie żadnej aktywności na Słońcu.
time. But,
Wtedy
for
być
now,
może
hopefully-
wasze programy będą się oglądać. Nazywam się Mariusz Marskowski i mówię wam, jak jest.
We did not quite make the incentive.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it with thanks to everybody in the Horizon community who has helped with this run, finding strats and all that. You guys awesome. And yeah, I'll hopefully we're gonna be able to do a better run next time we are here. So yeah. Other than that, I don't really have much more to say. I'm gonna be back in probably around an hour doing some co-commentary on Crash. And in the meantime, you guys can enjoy some Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
C'est qui le taulier? Move it, move it! Let's move out.
Hello and welcome back to ESA Winter 2019. I'm and you just watched Horizon Zero Dawn by LKR TV. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean I've seen it in summer. I was hosting at the same time, so
yes.
Yeah, I know, but I know the game. You know, it's not. I don't know the DLC, but I know the game, so I knew what to expect, and it was nice.
Okay. He just played the DLC.
Let's get this done.
Yeah, that's what I said. What? I said he played the DLC, so I know how the game works.
No, that's not what you said.
Did I not?
No.
You're lying to me.
Okay.
Okay. And next up we'll have Kingdom Hearts Worst by Sleep Final Mix HD. Ventus Critical Hit Level 1 any percent by Rebel Dragon 95. So obviously the Kingdom Hearts series is very dear to a lot of people's hearts. I did no pun intended, okay? No pun intended. That just happened. And have you ever played Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, no.
It's okay, me neither. So we're obviously the most qualified to talk about this.
Yes.
With all the secondhand information I've been given.
Well, we know that what you're gonna watch right now is it's not the first game.
No.
But it's
a prequel to the first game? That's what you said, right?
Don't blame him.
I think the story is before the story of the first game, if I've been...
Well,
yes.
it's the first story, like the story for the first game, but it's not the first game.
Yes, something like that.
Yes. We know, it's okay.
It's okay, it's okay. Trust us, we're professionals. And yeah, there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts story, because there's been a lot of Kingdom Hearts games over the years. Honestly, don't blame us.
Okay.
Fire in the hole.
Damn.
Throwing grenade.
And we have a couple more donations we could be reading.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read first, or should I?
You go first, I would say.
Okay,
Ladies
so
first.
Penny donated $5 saying, Helker is cute!
And we have and we have another $5 donation from Quimper, donating, saying for the kids, which is in fact true, because we are raising money for Save the Children. And yeah, Save the Children is the charity of our choice, and they're supporting children worldwide. That's their main mission, essentially. And they have their 100-year anniversary this year. So they've been founded 1919. And they've been helping children worldwide ever since.
Incendiary.
It's a great charity.
Laying down smoke.
We're getting some heckle comments here. Apparently it's also the world's leading charity to help children. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're having a good time. We had some small problems before with a bit of audio and a few minor things. But, you know, we just started. This is the first day, so hopefully most things will be fixed soon or are already fixed. And just have some patience with us. We're trying our best.
Yeah, I guess we can send it over to Rebel Dragon. I hope you have a good run. Yeah?
Yeah, if you're ready, let's go.
Hey guys. So... Smoke. I'm Rebel Dragon 95, and this is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD. I will
Throwing
go
smoke.
into
Throwing fire.
now. Next to me I've got Mysterious. I've got to skip the tutorial.
Grenade out.
Yeah, stay with him.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, definitely.
Laying down
Tutorial
smoke.
was like... Yeah. Right, so three separate characters. I'm going to be playing as Ventus on critical mode at level 1. And if the button works, it should start. Front button. Right, so this game throws you straight into
Fire in the hole.
kind of a tutorial fight, which is orbs. Orbs, yeah.
Good name.
Yeah. And with the first wave is you shot lock for the entire wave, and then the rest of it you kind of have to play it by ear and just combo stuff, and hopefully it works out in your favor.
Terrorists win.
Yep. And Ven is insane at missing keyblade hits. That second wave was okay. That was pretty good. Then I shot locked the final bit of the last wave, and hopefully it ends it fast.
Grab your gear and let's go.
Right, so I'll be playing this game on level 1,
Laying down
because
smoke.
level 1's actually just straight the fastest way to beat this game. It's faster than regular critical mode. It's ridiculous. It's faster than beginner for this character.
Incendiary out.
So what XP0 does is it basically buffs your damage based on the battle level of each world. but finishers do so much damage that finishers that hit multiple times last to take the heat of. It doesn't really happen in Ven right at the start, but towards the end you get to see how. And also due to this, your strength doesn't matter, so I won't be changing my Keyblade at all, but it makes the beginning Keyblade look really good. So I was shoving on EXP0 there. So here I need to pick up a couple of ethers for the boss fight of this world. I pick up one in the chest and then I sell a command that I don't need here. And I go into it's kind of a mini game where I've got to find the 7 dwarfs. So I use a side dash for movement, and then I have to go and kill the boxes. So I pick up a mini because it makes the speeds up the next fight. Cool. So you want to kill that box specifically with the strike raid into slide dash because then it builds up fever pitch. Oh, Sneezy's giving me good RNG.
Let's go, people.
And cool. So Sneezy is completely random about where he decides to move. He actually gave me pretty okay RNG there, but
Incendiary.
It's kind of one you have to work with.
Smoke.
That should work. Mess up there. So
Deploying flashbang.
Gonna have to wait for my
Grenade out.
I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. That's fine. So this box will die with a stroke raid into slide dash.
Nice.
Kill the box in the loading zone, yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so I messed up slightly there because auto target kind of screwed me a bit, but
You caught that cycle anyway.
yeah,
so.
yeah, I caught the cycle, which is alright. So now it's just a bit of movement to the next fight. And right, I'm going to do a quick menu in the next room. I'm actually going to do what's called a pause cancel. You can do any animation in this game, and if you open the regular pause screen, this screen here, it actually resets you back to neutral. And then, yep, I can enter loading zones. We'll have time for one quick donation while I'm moving into this next fight.
Let's go.
Yeah, sure. We have $12 from Anonymous and another $20 from Anonymous.
Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
So this is the escort mission for Ventus, where we have to fight around the forest. We have used Mini here because our strength isn't that strong here, so we use Mini to shrink things, then we can just walk over them. That's okay. And just play a bit of cleanup here. So, by killing enemies in certain orders in this fight, you actually Snow White will run past certain trees, so you can basically skip animations by moving through this place optimally. Right, so if I kill that guy, she'll run past. Right, so this tree right here moves as soon as the green scrappers spawn. But if you kill that guy, she just runs past. And then if you stand in front of her a couple of times, that tree will unlock. Cool. Two more guys spawn. And there's 2 more floods that spawn here. I'm just going to combo them. And then she'll run past right there. That's the end of the Snow White escort.
Nice.
Right, so next up we've got the boss fight of this world, which is Mad Tree Ant. So I picked up the ethers specifically for this fight. I'm going to be staggering my damage using Flame Salvo, which is the shot lock I used in Orbs, of about 12 hits per one. Basically, it spreads out your damage optimally with the focus gauge because of how slow it charges up right at the beginning. So after every one, I'm going to throw a ether.
Flashbang.
And he should fall over here. So after he stands up from this, he'll go through a phase where he'll be invincible. Yep, so he'll do that one. If I lock on again, yep, he can do it. So he's invincible during this, I have to wait for him to finish. It's random if he decides to do it or not. Right, because I've got an extra ether, I'm going to use it for safety.
Bomb has been planted.
Okay, fight. That wasn't an okay fight at the end there. I didn't mean to go into fever pitch. She basically wasted a little bit of loading animation, but that fight can very easily just kill you if it feels like it. Right, so that was Dwarf Woodlands. So the next world we're going to is So in this segment, there's actually a bit of grinding that we do. It's not level grinding or leveling up our commands or anything. What we're doing is I'm grabbing some crystals that I need for later melds for abilities and some D-Link level ups that I need to complete the run. So after moving through this room, I'm going to do a quick shop menu to pick up some commands that I need for later, and then I'll get to
Grenade out.
The nice piece of RNG in this run.
Yeah, this pretty much kills runs if you don't get good RNG.
What the hell am I doing? Yep. So I'm going to shove in a couple of side dashes for movement. So in order to get some of the parts I need to complete this next part, so...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's a piece of movement that I found, actually. Like, I worked out a different way of doing that. We used to wait for a slide dash and then side dash up there, but you can just do a regular attack. Right, so there's a fleeting crystal. That's needed for magic haste melds. So I get a few more in this part. Right, so the whole point of this is we're building Cinderella's dress. So there's a bunch of items that we need to pick up, but if we don't pick up the last item until we need it, we can stay in this segment forever. Oh, nice. Fleeting drop.
Oh,
right, so what Grumpy does in this D-Link is its treasure raid. So it kind of tries to force enemy drops. Oh, lovely shimmer drop. Right, and now I just got on the arm ball and I run over enemies because my Keyblade strength is not worth. Right, because I got this, I'm going to revert, and then I'm going to do a slightly different enemy route to try and level up the second D-Link I need before getting the first one that I went into first. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be at least a 2-room.
Throwing a grenade.
So a lot of this part is actually just like knowing how to react to what you get on the fly. Nice. So nice flood RNG there. So floods can go underground and they're really annoying. Nice. So there's 2 fleetings. I only need 1 more, and then I can just worry about my drops.
Bomb has been planted.
Right.
Respawns the whole enemy cycle.
Yeah, it respawns all the enemies and
throwing fire.
Check the chance of everything. Because of how that happened, I'm going to do this. Right. I'm trying to hit the green guy with as well because he can drop a crystal that I need as well. And if I get it from him, I won't need to pick it up later in the game.
Run!
So there's one of the drops that I need. And there's the last drop that I need, so...
Nice.
So I'm going to Terra and try and get some level ups for Terra.
Hey.
Now all I need is my level ups for Terra, then I can leave.
So are those just to get your abilities better for later on?
Yeah, basically when you level up D-Links, they get different command calls and different sets of abilities. So basically we level them up because we need the we need the additional finishers, or we need some of the commands. Kill that guy.
One long.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad for a marathon run.
No one go mid.
What's the worst you've had?
Oh, like 4 minutes.
I'm gonna save again, green.
So I do a quick menu there where I turn off the Aqua D-Link and then change Terra's finisher from level 1 to level 2.
Get some man.
Because the level 2 finisher is absolutely atrocious. We don't need it at all. And we turn off Aqua because we don't actually need it. So in this fight with Lucifer, I'm going to try and get into when you're in Red Health in Terra, you get overdrive, and I do more damage. It was actually Punchy that found that. So
yeah, we're throwing the game.
he was looking at the wiki one day and he was like, "This has overdrive." So we just started using it.
Yellow, but he can take like type position.
So I'm doing my commands in an optimal way. That fight's really quick. What getting into Red Health does is it stops you from having to do another cycle of Sonic Blade, so it saves about
everybody just hits their shots. It's gonna be fun.
Don't go middle. No one go middle.
Depending on if you get like lucky or not.
Let's get this done.
Or should they go B?
No, come here, come here.
Yeah, go 3A. Someone B. Yellow.
Hold long.
Yellow, I need 1B.
So it's just a bit of movement here before getting to the main fights of this world. So if you've got anything we'll talk about on the donation side of things, this is another good time.
We have $20 donation from Anonymous.
Right, so another piece of movement tech in this game. So I'm sliding dashing everywhere, and if you hit enemies with sliding dash, it actually cancels the animation. So you can cancel your sliding dash straight into a dodge roll.
We're gonna do full
and it just makes it so much easier to get everywhere. Oh, and
go for it this round. You can save next one.
Because you go slightly further if you. You want to do like dodge roll, step, dodge roll, step. And frames in screens, but it's a room later in the run where if you don't do it, you
okay, we need to win this one, by the way.
We're throwing.
Oh no, I can go A.
Hit here.
Okay, I'll go B.
And then I'm gonna go into the fight with
the.
Right.
Fuck. Let's do 3A.
Right, so another reason why I needed the Terra D-Link is the Sonic Blade is very helpful.
We're gonna win this one.
For dealing with the goons. Goons are incredibly scary on crit mode. They combo you really easily.
Need to go aggressive somewhere.
Please. They combo you really easily and basically
clear.
half the time. So
smoking long.
Mid, 3 of them. 2 of them mid.
Grenade out.
And that guard animation that I was doing, that's actually a ability for Terra's D-Link, which is auto guard. It's an absolutely atrocious ability that gets in the way more.
Yellow, go B. Go B.
They got mid as well. They've got mid.
This is the way that we need to deal with this fight now.
Good job.
One of them might be in
1B, 2B.
Nope, you can't turn your pistons off at all. Once you get them.
Fire in the
One by A.
Okay, come on guys, let's do it. 1 round.
Deploying decoy.
Oh nice.
That was on the left.
It just does it randomly, so I'm it's one of those things.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Nice, guys.
We did it.
Right, so these portals teleport you to different places.
Nice game.
There's one later that you need to wait for a colour change on. Otherwise it takes you to the wrong place. Right. So in this next room I'm going to pick up a command that we sell, Tornado Strike, because it sells for a lot of money. And then I'm going to pick up the last fleeting crystal I need. while staying up above all the goons while they're all showering you with arrows. I never have to go down there.